Joel Embiid, I think you should retire. And here's why. Your career started off with injuries. You didn't play those first 2 years, right? And ever since then, your career has been filled with injuries. So, even going into this season, before you've missed all of these games this year, no one would have assumed that you would play until you were 40. I'm sure a lot of us would have assumed that you'd play until maybe 34, 35, 36, somewhere in that range. And so, when people have the major decline where they're barely playing, especially the big guys, it's usually the last 2 years of their careers, right? So if you're playing until you're 39, usually 37, 38, 39, you're dog shit already. Just out there doing cardio. Looking at Joel Embiid and the way his career has gone, if we're to assume he would have only played until he was 35, those shitty years would be starting at 33, 34, 35. Right now, Joel Embiid is 30 years old, right? 30 years old. His birthday is March 16. So he's about to turn 31. Let's assume he gets surgery at the end of this season, or even now. Let's say he gets it tomorrow. Misses all of next year. By the end of next year, he would be 32. What's that? 25, 26, right? He wouldn't be suiting up until the 26-27 season, where by the end of that year, he'll be 33. Half of that year will be him trying to get back into where he was at the MVP level at 32 years old. I'm trying to do you a favor, Joel Embiid, because the longer this goes on, the worse your name looks. The more games that you're missing the more games you're missing and getting paid, that's good. That's not going to be balanced anymore. By the time that comes around, you would have probably missed more games than you've played in the NBA. And fans are going to hate you for it. So rather than going through all of that, coming back thinking you're still the MVP at 32 years old, trying to recover, just call it. Just call it, bro. Do yourself a favor. Salvage what's left of your name in the public eye. Come up with a podcast or do some other business and just call it, man. Because you're not doing yourself any favor at this point. Joel needs agent, doggy is 100%. And it's unfortunate because it's not even like we've seen this with big men. This is the story of big men in the NBA. That's why Shaq having so many healthy years was unbelievable at his size. And so if you're Joel Embiid, to have to go through this process again at 32 years old, and you're not a 6'6" shooting guard, you're a how tall is he? 7'1", like 350 or whatever. Like, it's not the same. And he's gonna come back thinking he's still the MVP of the league, but that's just not the case at that age. And then you're gonna try to win in those next 2 years, which in all likelihood is not very high, and you're going to ruin the chemistry of the team that spends a whole year trying to get better. You might as well just retire, bro.